We've all heard of people breaking records, whether it's the world's longest fingernails, the longest beard, or even the world's fattest cat. But they get way weirder than that. Some of these records are quite peculiar, while others might make you wonder about the record holder. Let's look at the weirdest world records we found. The Can Head. Jamie Keaton of Kenosha, Wisconsin not only set the Guinness World Record twice, but he's also a pretty cool human party trick. Jamie smashed the record for most drink cans put upon his head using air suction on June 1st, 2022, when he succeeded in getting 10 beverage cans to stick all over his head. The cans have to stay in place for at least 5 seconds in order to break the record. A World of Primates. Dr. Jane Goodall, an English primatologist and anthropologist, has become a legend in her own right with her 60-year-old devotion to investigating and comprehending the lives of wild chimpanzees, earning her a position in the Guinness World Records for the longest-running wild primate story. Dr. Goodall launched the Gombe Stream Chimpanzee Reserve study on July 14, 1960, when she was 26 years old in what is now Tanzania's Gombe National Park. She came to Gombe in the early 1960s, with no formal higher education, lived in a tent, and had minimal means to conduct her studies. Researchers now have many more facilities, accommodations, and access to new equipment and technology, like tablets and GPS mapping. Over 165,000 hours of data were acquired in Dr. Goodall's investigation, while monitoring over 320 identified gyms in the park. This information has resulted in over 430 scholarly publications, theses, and 39 graduate students pursuing doctorate or master's degrees. Tunnel of Doggie Love. In 2015, an English bulldog named Otto established the world record for the longest human tunnel traveled through by a skateboarding dog while celebrating the Guinness World Record Day, which actually exists and is held on November 17th. This happened in Otto's birthplace of Lima, Peru, where he catapulted himself between the legs of 30 people. To say the least, impressive. According to the Guinness World Records, each person who built the tunnel had to stand facing the same way with their feet apart, enabling the skating pug to skate freely through without being touched or pushed ahead. A large audience came to witness Otto, and footage of his victorious journey was watched by millions, making him an instant celebrity. Miss Hula Hoop. Marwa Ibrahim of Australia has not only broken the record for the most hula hoops spun simultaneously at once, but 4 times. In fact, the self-proclaimed hula hoop maestro now holds 12 world records. On November 25, 2015, while in Los Angeles, California, Ibrahim beat her previous record by spinning 200 hula hoops at the same time. 3 of those hula hoops depend on her utilizing her long middle fingernail for a little more length while her arms are splayed to the side, which is more impressive. Other world records she has include the quickest mile while hula hooping, the fastest 100-meter sprint on high-heeled roller skates, and the longest time on high-heeled roller skates while spinning 3 hula hoops, among others. Do you want barbecue sauce with that? This record pushes supersizing to new heights. Social media chefs Nick DiGiovanni and Lynn Davis joined forces and achieved the world record for the biggest chicken nugget on May 25, 2022, in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The chicken nugget weighed 46 pounds and 3.34 ounces, or 20.96 kilograms, making it 115 times larger than the usual chicken nugget. About 6 months before breaking this record, the duo achieved the record for the world's biggest cake pop. The massive cake pop weighed 97 pounds, 8.52 ounces, measured 50.75 inches, and came with a 33-inch stick. It was iced in white and sprinkled with 5 cups of sprinkles. Bunny to the Hoop. Binny the Bunny of Long Beach, California achieved the record for the most slam dunks in 1 minute by a rabbit on Halloween in 2016. With an incredible 7 slam dunks shy, Leiter trained the Holland Lap Rabbit, which has captivated the eyes of millions by doing remarkable feats and displaying never-before-seen skills. Binny isn't just a one-trick bunny either. He can also paint, comb his hair, and play arcade games. Binny loves to paint so much that he's made over 300 works that have been distributed all over the globe to his many loving admirers, known as hoppers. Binny also posts about his endeavors on his social media sites. What the toothpaste? This may come as no surprise, but the biggest collection of toothpaste tubes is owned by a dentist named Val Kolpikoff of Alpharetta, Georgia, according to the world record established in 2012. His collection had 2,037 distinct tubes of toothpaste from all around the globe, and it's grown since then. As of 2020, he had over 3,000 tubes in his collection, including tubes from Russia, China, Korea, India, and Japan. Kolpikoff originally thought about collecting removed teeth, but quickly realized that toothpaste tubes would be much more fascinating and maybe a bit less unpleasant. Given that his collection is partly displayed in his Atlanta dentistry office, the choice was probably for the best. Toga, Toga, Toga. On February 24th, 2012, a toga party 200 times the size of one at Animal House set a new world record for the biggest toga party. It drew 3,700 people and took place at River Stage in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. The party to end all parties was planned by the University of Queensland Union and the Queensland University of Technology Guild as a way to cap off Orientation Week. The previous record for the biggest toga party was established in Oregon more than a decade before this one, with 2,166 people, but nothing could stop UQU and QUT Guild from breaking that record, even in severe weather conditions, as partygoers were alleged to have arrived dripping wet.